All right, so this is the last couple of questions we needed to be able to finish the 1A1 homework. So we were in Kahoot doing these. I'm just going to continue the next few slides so that you have the content you need to get that homework done. And then, like I said, we'll move the 1A2 and 1A3 homework out until we get those notes completed. So to convert a decimal to a percent means per 100. You're going to move your decimal 2 places to the right. This is the same thing as multiplying by 100 and you add a percent symbol. It is important when you convert to percent that you add the percent symbol. Otherwise, it's not in percent form. So this one is 0.8. So we move the decimal 2 places to the right. We would have to add a 0 for that second move. So this would become 80%. This one, the decimal's between the 1 and the 3. So we move it 2 places to the right to turn it into a percent. We have to add a 0. So that's 130%. Okay. And then if we move to our concept question, you don't have to do this one on your own. I'll just work through it. This would have been the question we would have done in class. It would have been convert the percent 0.042 or convert the decimal 0.042 to a percentage. That's going to be, I'm just going to write it right here, 0.042, move the decimal 2 places to the right. That's going to be 4.2%. Okay. And I'm going to skip since we did that one together. So no points, of course, for that. We're just doing this in a video format. All right. Then we look at the next one. To convert a percent to a decimal, move the decimal 2 places to the left or divide by 100. So you're doing the opposite and we remove the percent symbol. So on this one, you need to locate your decimal first. If you don't see it, it's right after the last digit, right before the percent symbol. So if we move that 2 places to the left, that would be 0.47 or 0.47 if you want to write the 0 in front of it, and notice no percent symbol. So we've changed that back to decimal form. This one, the decimal's right here between the 9 and the 2. So to change it back to decimal form from percent form, you move it 2 places to the left, or you think about dividing by 100, and that makes that 0.192. Okay, so there's those. That's how you convert percent to decimal. Now let's look at the example. So we're doing 4% and turning it into decimal form. So if we think about 4%, the decimal would be right here at the end, right before the percent symbol. Move that 2 places to the left. You're going to add a 0 for this one because you don't have that place value, but we need it to be there. So 0.04. That would be 4% as a decimal. Okay. Sorry, moving through the buttons. Okay. Other thing we need to know how to do is convert a percent to a fraction. So you write the percent per 100. So you write it over 100, you drop the percent symbol, and then you reduce the fraction to lowest terms. Now, so for this one, this would just be 47 over 100. There's nothing that goes into that. Now, if you have your calculator, the one we talked about in class, it has like an A, B, C button like this. If you type in 47 ABC button, it's kind of, I think in the second column towards the top, and then you hit 100 and then your enter button or your equal button, it will tell you that the fraction is still 47 over 100. It doesn't reduce. Okay. So that is the nice thing about that, is that you can do it with that calculator. All right, let's go to the example. So convert to fraction and reduce to lowest terms. We're starting with 36%. So I'll do it up here. So we would write 36 over 100, drop the percent symbol. You would think, if you don't have your calculator, you would think what goes into 36 and 100. I know they're both divisible by 4. We could start there. So 36 divided by 4 is going to be, sorry, that was a little glitchy, is going to be 9. 100 divided by 4 is 25. And 9 and 25 don't have anything else in common, so that's as far as we can go. So that would have been this answer for that multiple choice part. If you divide it by 2 on top and bottom, you would have got this, but notice 18 and 50 are both still even, so they do divide again. And this would have been not even trying to reduce at all. And then that's decimal form, that orange one, not actually a fraction. So we just have to make sure we follow the directions and reduce completely. Okay, and then the next part, I think we only have one more. Yeah, one more part for the end of 1A1. To convert a decimal to a fraction, so we're just learning how to go between the different formats. That's really all this is. We're going to write the digits, leave out any zeros immediately to the right of your decimal, over the place value and reduce. Okay, so we write what this value is and over what place value it ends in. So like notice this one was 0.057 and the place value it ends in is the thousandth. So we would just say that's 57 thousandths. So 57 over 1,000. This ends in the hundredth place value. So that would be 14 over 100. And then we say, does it reduce? Well, I can divide them both by 2 on top and bottom, or you can use your calculator if you have that button. That would be 7 over 50. So that one's 7 over 50. This one ends in the thousandth place. So that's going to be 124 over 1,000. We can divide by, I believe, 4 on this one. So if I do 124, let's see if that's far enough. 124 divided by 4 is 31. So I'm dividing top and bottom by 4 over 4. So that would be 31. And if we divide 1,000 by 4, we get 250. Yeah, and 31 does not have anything in common with 250. So there's how you would do those. You write it over the place value. So if you end in the 10th place, you write it over 10. If you end in the 10,000th place, if that's your last digit, that's not zero, then you would write 10,000 in your denominator. And then you just use either a button on your calculator to reduce the fraction, or you can ask what goes into both top and bottom. All right, and then the last one for this part was just the check for it. So let's do it together. 0.002, we're going to convert to a fraction. So it's in the thousandth place mark. That's 10th, 100th, thousandth. So we write 2 over 1,000, and then we're tempted to want to choose that answer, which is in the orange circle down here, but it is reducible. You divide them both by 2 on top and bottom, you get 1 over 500. So that is the reduced form. All right, and that is the end of section 1A1. So now you have everything you need to be able to do that Newton homework. I will see you on Thursday.